Hello, my beautifuls. Hello, hello. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. I'm Mama D, and after listening to this family, I am inspired by them. They are actively searching for their family member, which is John George. Hold on. His name is John George Hardy, and he's from Belfast. He went over to Spain. We're going to get into the details. After listening and seeing and researching how active his family is, like they are on the spot. They have a list of items that they need, everything from drones to journalists, and they are working hard to find him. So let's get this person on the screen and introduce them. This is John George, and the last name is spelled Hardy, Hardy. So John George, some of the family are calling him Georgie. I'm going to call him John George because I'm not family. He just went missing, and I think it was December 14th. Yes, I just checked. Saturday, December 14th, he was supposed to fly. He was due to drive from Alicante to benidorm. That same afternoon, he made his last known phone call to his family, and they're describing it as distressed. And there's a video even that none of us have seen yet, but it's being described. And I dug into this. They got characters here that are shady as heck, and they are looking for a criminal element to this case. So let me say hello to my beautiful moderators and a few of you also. This is a live broadcast. And after this, if you are into the Jay SLATER case, or even if you're new to it, jump over. We're going to be working on it, and I'll try to bring you up to speed. And with that, welcome home everyone that's returning. Hi, Kara. Hey, Rach, not that Rach. Jennifer Swain, thank you so incredibly much for modding. I do appreciate that. Hi, Andrea Garforth. Hi, Zaxxon. Hi, David Matheson. How are you, Prime Candy? A bit of a do evening to you. Welcome, everyone. So I don't want to waste a lot of time. I want to go ahead, get rolling with this. I'm going to bring this over, and I'm going to be reading to you the latest and the most important details. So this is from the Oliver Press, and it says, and let me get the date on this before we start so you know. Hold on. It takes me a minute always to find the date. December 24th is the latest update I could find, okay? John Hardy, latest footage of missing Belfast man in Spain emerges online as cops hunt criminal acquaintance and families plea, quote, nightmare to end. So I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to get into, I found the cousin, and they're doing their own detective work. This family is not giving up. They're going to find John George, and I'm going to help them, and I hope you do too. The family of a Belfast man who disappeared from benidorm 10 days ago, so keep in mind that's Christmas Eve was 10 days ago, so add on whatever time you're viewing this at. And they have appealed anyone who knows where he is to put, quote, us out of our misery. They are hurting y'all. Now, if you've heard the video, or if you're familiar with the case, but you've heard the video of the father crying, I broke down in my kitchen, putting my dishes away, okay? And it tore me up. The family of the Belfast man disappeared from benidorm 10 days ago have appealed. Like I said, anyone knows where he is, put us out of our misery. Father of two, John Hardy. So he has, stop right there, he's 36, and he has two of the most adorable children. They appear to be somewhere under 10, maybe a few years apart. I'm not going to give details. But these children didn't have their daddy home over the holiday here. So please help to get this man home to his boys, okay? He, father of two, John Hardy, 36, was due to arrive from Alicante to Benidorm on Saturday, December 14th. The same afternoon, he made his last known phone call to his family, which has been described as distressed. In her latest social media post, his sister, Courtney George, all right? George is obviously their last name, so it's John George Hardy. Okay, so Courtney George wrote, "Someone out there knows where John is. Please have a conscience, see our pain, and put us out of our misery." According to the Belfast Telegraph, video footage has emerged online. Now, I looked for it and could not find it. If you have it, please email it and I'll share it with everybody. And if the mods would kindly put my email up. But this video footage has allegedly emerged online showing John inside an apartment with a group of, quote, Russian-sounding men. I said Russian. Now, I've done a little bit of research, and I don't know how true that is, because they've had some linguists, which, Duncan, you're going to be able to help on this if you'll jump on, if we can get this footage. The expert linguists are saying they're not speaking Russian and they're not speaking English. They're not speaking German, I believe. So why they're not telling us what language it is, why would this be accounted as a Russian sounding? I'm not sure. But in this article, they're saying that it's a Russian sounding two. It doesn't even say two. It says, according to the Belfast Telegraph, video footage has emerged online showing John inside an apartment with a group of Russian-sounding men. Now, this is a clip I can't find. It says, in this 26-second clip, John is said to be clearly intoxicated before mentioning being in Spain. Now, this gets wild because the people that the family are saying need to be investigated and potentially, possibly arrested, they're calling them out and telling us everything they can. Like, they are being transparent. Those individuals are answering back, and I got the little go-between for us. Even some text messages. It gets crazy. So, it goes on to say, it is not known if the video was recorded in Benidorm or, now I know I'm not saying these places right, Torveja. I sound so elementary here. I can't help it. I'm trying to learn. Torveja. I practice it before I come on and then I forget what I do. Where John moved to earlier this year. So he had just moved to that location from Benidorm this year. Police in Northern Ireland are said to be aware of the footage and are reportedly looking to speak to a criminal, I kid you not, quote, from Newtownards. Y'all, I can just see the comments. People are going to be like, this girl can't even read. I am not from your locations. Newtownards, but now living in Spain. They believe the individual may have information about John's whereabouts, but have so far been unable to contact him. And I did check on an update this morning before I went with this, and I'm not seeing anything newer. Correct me, please, if I'm wrong, and I pray we have some news. It is not known if, okay, I Police and da. They believe the individual may have information about John's whereabouts, but have so far been unable to contact him. A male, all right? So a male individual. The Belfast Telegraph reported that John's family were unaware of any connection between them. But then, what is the family going on about? Because you just wait. Meanwhile, family members continue to post emotional appeals and updates online. Another relative wrote today, quote, "Whilst you organize your presents, we're organizing search parties. Whilst you wrap your presents, we wrap our arms around each other in grief while your children wait for news of Santa." Are John's sons wait for news of their daddy every minute of the day, frozen in anxious anticipation, waiting for any news that will bring him home to us and in this nightmare. They added, "Please keep sharing his face and name far and wide for us, for his family. We need answers. We need him home. We need this living nightmare to end." If you have tips, please send tips on John to tips@theoliverpress.es. Now, there will also be other places that I would recommend sending tips, but that's in the article. So, wow. Okay. How are you guys feeling? Because what I'm about to share with you gets so messy so quick that it's confusing. And at the same time, it's almost a taste of the same flavor as the Jay SLATER case. This guy goes on holiday. Now, yes, he's older, but he's got kids. He's important. We need to get him home. The family's actively trying to find him. There was a post, which I got, that says they saw John in a bar. I went to that website, and sure enough, they're sharing as much information about John being missing on their website as they can, as well as allowing family, and I believe it's the cousin, Kashla, which I'll introduce you to her website and what she's doing. But Kashla then on that website and Minnie has a long list of things that will help, what they need. They need people that have scent dogs. They need help. It started off with just a couple of them, family members, on boots on the ground, trying to do their own detective work. This is just, they need help. I just can't stress it enough. So, the dad's plea. I'm not going to play it because I feel like I'll bawl. I will absolutely bawl. It's that moment, like in the Jay SLATER case, where you hear Warren calling out Jay's name. It will break you, and I don't want to pull on your heartstrings. I just want you to feel motivated and inspired to help the family. Okay? So he is saying, "This is torture. I need my son back." It's all over the news. I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick for you. This is quite a bit older. This is from, I believe, Christmas Eve or the day before. Let me turn it up. If I can. Oh, I muted it. I don't think you can hear it. Okay. You can't hear it. It's so low, and I don't know why, because I recorded it as high as possible, but it's very low. I want to jump ahead. Right here you can see this is, let me make the screen a little bigger for you. I will disappear. So right here you can see this is his sister, okay? And she is doing live broadcasts and interviews, trying to keep the media, keeping his name active. The dad is also boots on the ground. Excuse me, forgive me. Now, I want to know about the video. So if anybody has the video, it could help us. There might be clues in it. I will continue to look for this 36-second video where John is in an apartment and allegedly it's with a group of, according to that newspaper, Russian men. This just gets weird. All right, now let's get into this. Hopefully you can hear this. Can you hear it?
This Belfast man has been reported missing after not returning home from a holiday in Spain. So if you can please like, share and comment on this video just to get it out to a wider range of people.
This is Jew True Crime, and go ahead and give them a follow.
And let's try and help bring him home safe. John Hardy, who is 36 years old and also known as John George or Georgie, spoke to his sister Courtney on Saturday the 14th of December, and she believes he was due to drive from Alicante to Benidorm. She reported him missing after he failed to get on his flight on Wednesday the 18th of December. John from Belfast has several tattoos, including half a sleeve on his right arm and a panther on his torso. Courtney, John's sister, said her brother, who has 2 sons, would never go so long without contacting her, saying his behaviour is out of character and he typically always stays in contact with his family. The PSNI remain in contact with John's family, and local Spanish authorities are liaising with officials in Northern Ireland.
Okay, hold on. All right, you guys. Saturday, December 14th. This is basically a timeline. So Saturday, December 14th, John flies from Belfast to Alicante on the coast of eastern Spain. Benidorm, where he was due to visit a friend. Not sure how that works, but I'll have to get a map and dig deeper. He makes his last known phone call to his family member, in which he sounds very distressed, according to appeals made by relatives on social media. Okay? Let's go ahead, kick it ahead to the next one. On December 17th, a possible sighting of John is made at the Tiki Beach Bar. So we're going to have to look that up. The Tiki Beach Bar on Benidorm's seafront at around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. However, according to Missing Persons Spain, the sighting has not yet been verified nor produced any significant leads. So I did check that out. I got this little tip and where it was posted and all this, and this person that posted it probably saw someone that looked like him, and that's it, because there's only one person that has made the claim. All right, so it's not substantiated at this point. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit. Now we're jumping to Wednesday, the 18th. John misses his flight home on the 18th. So on the 14th, they hear from him. 4 days later, he doesn't come home. He misses his flight home to Belfast, sparking serious concern among his family and friends. Several days have now passed without contact with loved ones, which his sister Courtney would later describe as, quote, very out of character. Okay? So on the 19th, now we're into Thursday, family members make a series of appeals online, contacting both Spanish and Northern Irish police. One reads, quote, John last had contact on Saturday with a phone call and was very distressed. No contact since, and his phone is dead. Of course. They go on to say he has distinctive tattoos covering a lot of his body with the name Georgie. Family are really concerned as he missed his return flight yesterday, December 18th. Now that was back on this time. Police and hospitals have been contacted. Let's get John home. And he did not come home for the holidays, y'all. Now, by Friday, December 20th, Northern Irish police request to work alongside the Spanish authorities to help find John. Sound familiar? His sister Courtney tells local news that his family is distraught. She says, "We want him home. We want him safe. He has a family that loves and adores him. He has 2 sons. The unknown is the killer." And that's that. So I went on to John, I don't know. Maybe this isn't his website. It says John Paul. So I'm not sure, but this was on, I'm just going to leave it alone. Okay. I'm just going to leave it alone. I didn't notice something, and until I research it further, I may have made an error. I followed the cousin to what I thought was John's his website, and it took me to someone else's, so I new to the case, right? He's just come up missing here. All right, so this is where it gets kind of crazy. This is was the place that had this person posted this. So this is the cousin, allegedly, because we don't know, but this person is working hard to find him, and I believe they are the cousin with all my heart. I have a hair in my eye. And they're talking about John Hardy George, and they say, "My cousin is missing in Alicante. We need help as much as possible. We need locals to help us come out and search with dogs, drones, etc. We meet everyone every morning at 10 a.m. at the Lucky Lion Bar. If locals could share this post as much as possible, please come out and help us share John's photo around these areas. Anyone with any information, please forward it on. We really appreciate this." Again, I still have something. Maybe it's actually in my eye. Oh, it's coming from the other direction. Okay. And so I was like, okay, I want to look at deeper. And so then the cousin on her website, she posts this. Now, this is Kushla Wells. And or is it Walls? Walls. Kushla Walls. Now, this is not her picture. This is a different girl. This is the one that the family believes is AKA like a comparable to like a Lucy, a facilitator. And they believe that John was last with her and her man. All right. So this Kushla Walls, the cousin, is calling this girl out. And her name is Madison, and she starts getting returning fire, if you will, toward the family. So this is put towards John's family, but they're going to retaliate. So it says, "Some absolute idiot." This was posted not that long ago, because when I screenshot it, it had only been like 41 minutes. So I don't know. We'll go with this. "Some absolute idiots about all the correct facts have been given to the police and all authorities. The many people saying nothing is fact. If anybody wants to know anything, I would ring Guardia Civil. John was last seen by the Guardia Civil as the car he was in got fully pulled apart and searched for rugs. No one is allowed to stick around while that is happening. So therefore, the last individuals he was with was the officers that pulled him over. Maybe ring and ask what officers it was that stopped him on December 14th. Crazy, right? Now listen to this. A very liable, I think she meant reliable, a very liable source, maybe a Freudian slip, seen him in benidorm on Tuesday. So after he was stopped by the police, so he clearly stuck to his main plan and went to Benidorm to see these scouncers he was on the phone to for the 2 days he was in my company. We have done everything we can by contacting all banks and all police from Alicante to Benidorm to get him put up on the ATMs as a missing person. But they're not seeming to take this Irishman serious after seeing all the videos. Throwing our names about only because we seen him? He left because we wouldn't drink alcohol or take drugs. This is the last post I would want to write or even post on Facebook, as I know this is a very hard time for the family, as I went through something similar not even a year ago. So I don't like the abuse from his dad and his sister when I barely even know him. So it's not our fault that we couldn't babysit a grown man that is over double by age. It is absolutely mental how much shite people talk. Please ring the police if you want information, as they know the most, as I won't be replying to anybody because his father thinks it's okay to threaten me and my family and my friends. So, that's kind of a lot to swallow. Shona says, my dad's been really sick this year. So you are in Benidorm months of the year and you're shocked it really is normally safe. Castro the rapper says he believes, or she, rug debt probably. Irish and Spain are linked, always have been. Hey, Jules. You said apparently Johnny and Madison have fled to Madrid. All right, so let's talk about Johnny. Let's get into this. This gets crazy. So I'm about to show you something really weird. Just a coinky dink, okay? So Cashla Walls is showing Johnny, which is, I believe it's Madison. Is that her name? Hold on, let me look up her name. Yes, Madison. So Johnny here, right here, is Madison's boy, right? But look right here. This is from Jay SLATER case. If he had the tattoos, I would be freaking out. Look at this crap. They look so similar. It took me an hour to find this dude because I don't listen to him. I can't understand a word he says. I literally can't. It's like he has a whole mouth full of marbles and they're just rolling around. But look at that. Is that not crazy? Everybody has a duplicate. So this is Johnny Smith, or Smythe, however you want to say it. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Johnny Smythe here. He's with this dude, right? This dude. Is it his dad? Let's find out. So, according to Cashla Walls, who is the cousin, she posted on Christmas Day at 10 a.m. This is John George Hardy. He is a father of 2 boys, and he is missing in Alicante, Benidorm. Last seen with the man who stands beside him, Johnny Smythe, from Newton Abbey, owner of Empire Gym, put out for being a rapist. What? Like, this is crazy. This man's girlfriend, Madison Allen, put out this status. Everything she has said is lies. John's family have been in contact with the police, and none of the above people have ever made contact in regards to John going missing. This is all according to Cashla Walls. Take it with a pinch of salt. We don't even know. We have no proof of anything right now. We're just listening. We're just observing. We're taking it in. Johnny's first story was that him and John were beat by the police, and after that, John left Lies. He then changed his story to John, left in a car for benidorm, and the police stopped the car and searched. It's more lies. She goes on to write, these two are not innocent. When the public was alerted to John being missing, Johnny deleted the picture of them from his Facebook and was conveniently lost his phone. And not once did she, meaning her, share anything about John being missing, although it's a fact he was staying with them. These two know what happened to John and where he is and are refusing to cooperate. Now, I can't take you to the Facebook page, mainly because it does show John George's children, and so I can't do that. So this is this lady named Deborah Carlisle, and she reposted Nolene Devlin's What's on Cabo Royog, whatever this place is. It's like a little bar. I checked it out. Okay. She reposted that she's saying was in the bar. So, was he in the bar? That's the question I have. Was he in the bar? I don't know. The entire, we're going to have to take a minute on this. So, it's not just the cousin. The dad, everybody is pointing at these individuals in that family. And so for Madison to have posted all that about working with the police and calling the police, and then the family's like, no, not today, not any day. You didn't call at all. And now there's rumors, and it's just pinch of salt, spaghetti at the wall, but there's rumors that these two individuals fled to Madrid. That's right, Rach, not that Rach. So sus. Jules says, question, why their mothers flew out to them on the 15th of December. I didn't know they had. Now that's interesting. Lynn's, hello. Doesn't matter what he has done. He needs home to his kids and family. And that's right. That is right. Skate Energy says Cabo Roll, another town with very expensive villas. Oh boy. Hey, David Matheson. This is Defo Lucy, MK2. Right? Let's look at her again. Let's see, where is she? This is all I got right now. I mean, I could go on her website, but I didn't want to totally there it is. There she is. That's Madison. I mean, she even looks like a Lucy. I'm blown away. Blown away. So, let's see if, let me come back up here. I want to get his face on the camera before we start talking. There we go. So I could actually show the loop, I guess. It'll keep things rolling. It's heartbreaking. His two little boys, I'm telling you, are the cutest things since apples were created. They are just this. They look just like their daddy. They're adorable. They're little, y'all. They're too little for this. They need their daddy home. And the family is pleading for journalists to get on board and share the information. They're doing their own detective work. There's a lot of information out there. This is the information. I was up till 4 in the morning because I got sucked into it, trying to understand who is Madison and who is this, Kushla Wells, and how is the dad? Who is he? What is his history? And he's had a rough time of it, the dad, before this. And he wants his boy home more than anything in the world. I can guarantee you it's genuine emotion that just pours from this family's heart, begging you help. So we're going to do our best. We're also covering other cases. In fact, we're about to jump into the Jay SLATER case, which is, like I said, a familiar flavor. But Wax Unfiltered did us a favor and released some information, or at least he got a hold of some information of more of the interview of Brad, right, with Isla. Remember that interview? That wasn't available to the public. And Brad said some really interesting stuff that may make it even more realistic that Jay may have been in Masca on Saturday, the day before. So you're going to be able to jump on the little magic carpet right here at the end, which will be a thumbnail that will kick you over. And if that isn't available, you still want to see the video after the live is done on replay, the first comment pinned down below will have the jump over, the link. All right? After that, if you just want to settle down, get a warm blanket, and we're just going to have an open discussion over on my second channel. I know I'm spoiling you guys, right? I just have a lot on my brain, and I need to work it out in true crime. But second channel, and we're going to do a snuggle up and open talk about why is Dodgy Haji hiding? I mean, really, what are your thoughts? That's the big question. I love you guys. I very much do. Thank you all so incredibly much for joining me. If you would like to know when I upload, well, I guess it's not upload, when I go live, I would greatly appreciate it. Now remember, if you want to support my channel, you want to support the work that we do here, it is absolutely free to do so by hitting like and subscribe. Don't think of it as just a button, but you literally are telling my advertisers that keep it free to you that this is worth them paying me to do. So if you want me to get paid, just hit that like and subscribe, and that sends that message to the advertisers. And that's what the algorithm is. You control my paycheck. Seriously. You just do. And I absolutely am comfortable with that because I trust you. 1000%. All right, my loves, if you're ready to jump over, we're going to do it. We're going to jump over. And with that, black alert and flip. I love you. To the moon and back. God bless you all. And I pray very much for John George Hardy to be found.